Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of StarSquadron Starmade. In today's episode I want to dedicate most of the time to actually beautifying this building. Now every episode I kind of want to change the color scheme. I want to go with a dark blue and an orange theme only. So currently I'm not too happy with the looks of the tower and the hangar or the storage area. And before we expand this building, I want to decide for the actual color scheme. So this building is actually gonna look rather different after the end of this episode. So why don't we go ahead and dive right into it. I made sure that I have a lot of blue rock on me because the first part of this build is going to be to remove most of the stuff. Now let's see, I think I can actually use the two-way symmetry mode for this. I might destroy a little bit of the bridge though, but that is fine, it will still save me some time. So there we go, now we have both of the symmetry planes and therefore I only have to do like a quarter of the building. The first thing we're gonna do is remove everything that is not blue rock. I'm just gonna utilize the building mode for this. Maybe we actually go to the add mode, so it's gonna be easier. There we go, replace everything with normal blue rock as the foundation. Okay, let me actually finish this for the first row right here, and after that we are gonna decide whether or not this is actually a good idea. Oh no, did I have a mistake here? Oh well, it's the same thing on all four sides, so it cannot be that bad. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is gonna look much better as the foundation. I'm actually gonna replace everything all the way to the top, and after that we start with decorating it and giving it some textures with other types of blocks. But there were just a little bit too many colors in the whole scheme. Let's actually also have a look at it from the inside, and yeah, I can totally imagine this getting much better. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take a little cut here. I'm gonna finish off this building and replace everything so that we can start with a bunch of ideas how to make this better. And then we're gonna do the same thing to the hangar thing. I'm thinking about replacing everything as a foundation with blue rock again, and then, you know, go from there with a kind of orange, maybe crystal blue theme, just to make it a little bit more serious and less clownish. That would be great. So I see you in a second. Alright guys, here we go. The foundation of the entire building is now a little bit more unified. There are only 3 colors. I think 3 colors are a good, point to start with, except of course for the mothership, we could go crazy with that. I also took myself the liberty of already brainstorming a bunch of decorative ideas, and I thought we could continue, well, this pattern that I started here. I actually found some of these hepta armor blocks, probably still from a pirate loot or something like that. I still have thousands of blocks from one of our adventures, and I'm thinking to just decorate it in some way or the other, and at certain points we can take this upwards and create some kind of a pillarish structure. So yeah, I'm probably mostly gonna wing it. I'm just gonna be careful that I use neutral colors such as gray, or we're gonna go with the blue and orange theme in general. Okay, there we go. And then for the sides, obviously we would want to use a bunch of these guys and complete this pattern all the way around. I will have to see if I still have these corner blocks. I probably have a bunch of them. However, I kind of like the zigzaggy pattern that they give off. It's like a fortress defensive surface, or, in space terms, maybe a laser deflective surface. So let's see what happens if we finish this from the bottom to the top and kind of have a look at that. Yeah, look at that. It does look much more serious than before. Maybe we could even pack a logo onto it. So let's see what happens if we go a little bit more crazy with the pillars that are going upwards. So we would have to switch this around. And I do not want to have them everywhere. Otherwise the building is gonna turn from blue into gray. But it would still be great to have it a little bit smoother at certain points. So maybe we start with the area right here. That seems to be the most obvious one that will work visually. Okay, yeah, that didn't change too much, but it made it look a little bit more smooth. Then maybe we do this line right here and this line right there. You know, so we have kind of an even distribution. That could theoretically work out. Let's finish that and check out how it looks. Oh, here we have an irregularity from the looks of it. Should I... Oh man, how do we do this? I think I'm gonna remove this and only go with the center one here. So which one is more centered? None of these guys. Let's do this one here and then this one there and there. Okay, so how about that? No, we have to go with another one here. That looks out of line. Okay, there we go. That is much better. Now we just have to do the same exact thing on the other side, which we cannot do because this building is not even. Oh man, how did this even happen? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that looks actually even enough. There are some graphical glitches I unfortunately cannot get rid of. But I can take this building now much more seriously than before. So maybe now it's time to plan out an addition to this building. Oh yes, and we still will have to decorate the hangar, but I kind of would like to expand this building next. That would be great. So that we know what we are actually going to attach onto the left side here. There should be something really big, actually. It's gonna be the biggest addition to the space station so far, so we're probably not gonna, you know, fill it up with stuff, but we can at least map it out. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is actually properly connect up these two buildings, and I think what we can do is simply hook them up with a layer of blue rock as well, and that will even give us a surface in order to design something else on top of it. That would be a space for a small logo, for instance. So let's see, should we lighten this up? Maybe, so you can clearly see what is actually going on. So we would probably want to build this up to here, make this a little bit longer. Yeah, there we go. I think we can simply do that, and at certain points we will obviously have to remove a few things to make it hook up just niftily. I actually can see it a little bit better like so. Maybe there is the sun on the other side. Yes, indeed. Okay, now everyone is happy. Let's see how we would continue here. Yeah, I can see this happening. Let me quickly finish that and I'll be right back. And finished. Oh yes, this was bothering me for a long time that these two buildings kind of look like separate buildings, but now they are nicely and smoothly hooked up together and I have my piece. Okay, now I need to map out an area that is in relation to this observing platform kind of walking path for the shipyard. And it will be kind of the main building, the main operational building with all of the functionalities, with all of the power modules, the shields, and just everything that belongs to it. So it will probably have a similar size as the shipyard section right here that is adjacent to the building. Anyways, I'll be right back once I know more. And there we go, guys. We are one step further into the building process. Of course, this is without kind of a roofing area. This is without all of the levels, but I wanted to show you this step in between. Now, this is one of the episodes I don't really know what to talk about while building the stuff, because there's not, you know, too much to talk about except saying I place a bunch of blocks here and there. But this way we can at least have a little bit of progress in the episode. I also tried to connect these two buildings up, yet not too successfully, I would say. It's still not looking too great. There are no textures in it. That is definitely something we need. However, I think we should continue with our pattern here and maybe do a little something on camera. Let's see, can I actually grab about 10,000? I wonder. I always take 5,000. So 10,000. Oh yes, baby. Okay, that will help us tremendously. So let's set this to about 40 or I think 49 is the thing I need to take. And then we're gonna start building upwards from here. Is this enough? I think we should go 50 blocks so it's even. Okay, and now for things like this, you just gotta love the building mode and the undo mode. Okay, and now I actually want to go all the way straight because I kind of don't like if we have too many of these unsmoothed areas. And of course that is much easier to achieve with a straight or squarish building. In this building, I also want a bunch of different levels and areas. There's probably gonna be a bigger area in the back dedicated to all of the functionalities, and then there is maybe an office section that is gonna go all the way to the top, kind of stacking each office on top of each other. And maybe another area, I'm not sure yet, but this whole back part is gonna be used up to get an awful lot of power going so that we can then start maybe with turrets and other stuff that requires a lot of that electric gold. Okay, so let's see. This entrance area I probably want to be walled off. And on the other side right here, I want to leave it open yet because I want to make a bunch of windows. And here we kind of have to connect these two guys. Maybe let's decide how large the hallway is gonna be. We probably want to go as high as at least 10 blocks from here. No, let's go higher. Let's go 20 blocks. There we go. And from here we move over until we touch the building. And I guess we're just gonna go with our blue rock as the foundation and start completing that. I think I can go up to 100 blocks. Is that? No, that is a little bit too much. Let's try 90. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 96 is the perfect sweet spot. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. Now, do I really want this on the other side as well? That is a good question. I probably do, actually. Why not? Right, so now we probably want to go up 2 blocks here and do something like this. Yeah, so this is gonna be our walking platform, and right here we want to complete the stairs. All the way up. There we go. Okay, so far so good. Now I kind of want to narrow this down, maybe up to this point. We don't need to have anything else open. Yeah, so now I think it's about closing all of the gaps. Let me also do that off camera, and then we can think about the next step. Alright, so there it is. Now all we have to do is, of course, kind of follow the same design structures as we did on the tower. So we will have to add a little bit of gray, maybe a little bit of orange. You know, just make some kind of a structure that is gonna make this building a little bit more interesting. But as I said, I wanted to map it out first of all, and after that we are gonna adapt it to our needs. So I guess the first thing we want to do is already set up a few levels maybe, and then set up the power area. That is going to be the most important thing. So we would probably want to do this somewhere around here. Thinking about it, what we should actually do is make some kind of a pathway. The doors will be probably here and there. So we are gonna come through here, and then there should be a pathway through the center of the building. Maybe with an elevator area in the center to get to the different levels. And then in the back here we could make some kind of a lobby area, and then stack the offices on top of each other towards the windows. And on this side, we are gonna have our power units. Let's see, can we actually see something? Yeah, so this is all gonna be dedicated to power areas. And we wanna bring this all the way up to... No, that is too far. Yeah, up to here, that seems to be good. Let's close this off. And we're gonna have our entrance for this right here. It's 3, let's go with 5. So that's gonna be our entrance, and the rest we can fill up with any functional units. Let's also close this off from intruders, kind of protect this a little bit. This will make it a little bit darker, but well, we just have to live with it. Okay, there we go. Now it is its complete own room. I want to make this door large enough for us to pass through, and yeah, there we go. This is plenty of space for power and shield modules. We will only have to produce them. Maybe we should go ahead and do this right away, because I need to leave this running for a while, I think. Yeah, let's go with the power reactor module and start crafting a few thousands of those. Right, so the next steps would be to actually create a pathway here, maybe light this a little bit up using lamps or such. Give these rooms some kind of a texture, maybe replace the corner blocks with something else so you actually have a better orientation where the rooms are, etc, etc. So there's lots to do. Let me actually take this one more step further, and after that we're gonna wrap up the episode. Alright guys, there we go. What a little bit of white and, you know, other texturing can do for the building. It is magnificent. Now you can actually see the shapes much better. Also in the inside you can see how I want to set it up much more properly. Now obviously we are not even nearly done with the entire structure. There is still a lot to do, a lot to change, a lot to add, but most of that stuff I really want to do off camera. I just made this episode because a lot of you complained that I do skip a lot of the building episodes, but still I thought I want to give you a little taste of what I've been doing, and I hope you enjoyed it. The next time we might tend to a little vessel design in order to fill up the hangar bay over there, or we might tend to the inside of this building and kind of fill it up with functional stuff. But other than that, I would say thank you so much for watching, have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you the next time. Bye bye.